What up, Triple Dub? Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna talk about autumn now. Hopefully you just came back from listening to my other videos where I talk about all the music that I listen to via season this year. Because I didn't get around to talk about everything, so I'm doing that now at the end of the year. This video now is gonna be shorter than the other ones because it's from September to pretty much now. Pretty much now. And I guess that's not our time. A lot of music came out between those two times, but a lot of music came out at the beginning of the year for some reason. Yeah, anyway, so the albums that I listened to the most for this season was Eminem's Kamikaze, Lil Wayne's Carter 5, 21 Pilots' Trench, T.I.'s album Dime Trap, Anderson .Paak's album Oxnard, and Meek Mill's album Championships. Now, Eminem's album came with a lot of issues. We already know, we spoke about this in my video before for Kamikaze, that he was not happy with us at all. He was mad at us. We didn't like Revival, and the whole album is him yelling at us for not liking it and him yelling at us for liking mumble rap. That us doesn't include me for the mumble rap part. But I like that album a lot. I love Lucky You. I love the first track. Love The Ringer, love Not Alike. Album is just dope to me. There's a few tracks that, you know, I could do without. The tracks with that girl on it, I forgot her name. And the Venom track. Like a couple of them. But the majority of it fucks with and listen to a lot. Carter 5 was a big highlight because we hadn't heard from Wayne in forever. As far as album, like, we've heard him. Like, he was on a bunch of shit. He was on Chance's album. He was on Solange's album. On Tyler's albums. He's been out here. It's just, you know, he wasn't putting out anything. And then he came out with Carter 5 and showed us his little adorable self. And I'm so happy. And I love Carter 5. I love Wayne. And that was a highlight for me. The 21 Pilots Trench album, I made a review on it. Pretty much all of these albums that I'm talking about right now, except for the T.I. album, I made a video on, so you can just go watch that to see what I thought of it. But fucking love the 21 Pilots album, Trench. Probably my favorite, definitely actually, my favorite album from them. So dope. I love the lyrical, I love the pop, I love the rock, I love them. They make interesting music. They're the only ones making rock pop. The only ones making rock pop. I think it's them and like, what's that other one? I mentioned T.I.'s album, but what I especially love on T.I.'s album is his song Hefe with Meek. That song is so dope. Oh my god, T.I.'s verse, so good. Skeen and Veil, David Chappelle, tell me you niggas is funny as hell. That's my favorite track. That's my favorite rhyme. That's my favorite lyric of the entire year. Because that's the only one that I can remember right now. That's my favorite one. Anderson .Paak's Oxnard. I mean, come on. Like, you got jazz, you got reggae, kinda dance hall-y, you got hip hop, you got pop, you got rock, you got Snoop Dogg on there, you got Dr. Dre on. Come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's so great. I don't even talk about it. And lastly, another standout album to me this year was obviously Meek Mill's Championships album. First Meek Mill album that I listened to fully. First Meek Mill album that I actually really like a lot. There is a good number of tracks that I don't care for, but there's also a good number of tracks that I really care for. So that album is great. Once again, I made a video on that already. If you want to watch it, go ahead. Now we're gonna get into the honorable mentions. The Fifi track.
It's fucking Treyway.
I'm not even gonna start talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine because there's nothing to talk about. I don't even know why I'm saying his name on camera right now. I listened to the Fifi song because of Nicki's verse. Even though it's not crazy lyrical, I think it's super fun and funny. And I was introduced to it, you guessed it, watching the VMAs online. And not even the whole show. I only watched Nicki's performance and Ariana Grande's performance. And via Nicki's performance, it was in the Oculus building in my town, Manhattan, New York. So I was very intrigued by that. I was really excited when I saw that overlay when I watched the video. So I paid extra attention to her performance, and I will say that's probably her best performance, or at least my favorite performance from Nicki Minaj. The best I've seen her was her VMA performance this year. And that's when I was introduced to Fifi. That was the first time I heard Fifi, I swear to God. And I was so confused because it seems like the audience knew Fifi. They knew all the lyrics. So I'm like, oh shit, is this a hit song? I don't know it. But I like Nicki's verse. So when I heard the song and I found out it was a Tekashi song, I was like, oh, I'm not listening to this. And then I only would listen to Nicki's verse, and I fast forward to Nicki's verse every time I play it. So yeah, I fucked with Fifi. That was a highlight for this season for me. I know it came out in spring or summer or something, but I didn't discover it until after the VMAs, which was in September. So there you go. Now you get a little insight into my life and how I see shit, how I see the world. You see Fifi when it comes out, when they want you to see it. I see Fifi when I want to see it, when I want to know about it, not when you want to know about it. That's what Meek was talking about in What's Free. What's free? Free is when the TV ain't controlling what you see. I tell you when I'm ready to see shit. I was talking about this in the other video, that I would see black all the time and I would purposefully ignore it because I wasn't trying to see the shit. I see shit when I want to see it. Nigga. Okay. That was like way unnecessary and way longer than it needed to be. Why is my head still big? Like, I spoke about Fleet Foxes already, that I discovered them earlier in the year, but I really started listening to them during this time of the year because they just feel so good. So good. I'm just kidding. They just make music, in my opinion, that's autumn-like music. Like, I just see foxes when I listen to them for some reason. Like, I think it's because they're called Fleet Foxes. But I see like brown, orange colors when I listen to them. I don't... Let me know if you agree in the comments below about Fleet Foxes, but yeah. For some reason, over autumn, because autumn is my favorite season, I always go back and I listen to old film scores that just make me feel the leaves and see the leaves flowing. I listen to Ennio Morricone, I listen to Mark Shaiman, I listen to Bernard Herrmann. I just listen to old-timey film scores from like Taxi Driver, from like Psycho, Vertigo, all of those type movies because I don't know, I just like listening to instrumental, but like instrumental that have like a little bit of sharpness to it, which is what Bernard Herrmann and Ennio Morricone are known for. Like if you listen to the soundtrack, if you listen to the score for Vertigo and Psycho and The Good, Bad, the Ugly, they just sound epic with a little bit of horror thriller to them. And I think it's because the fall is like Halloween time and holiday time, you just want to listen to thriller type shit and then like Christmassy type shit. I don't know. Shit that make you visualize magic. And I was listening to those film scores a lot. Those old school ones this summer. And I recommend you guys listen to them too. And let me know what you think. So that was kind of like my throwback. I saw A Star Is Born this autumn. And I made a video about that too. But one of the biggest songs that stood out, even before I saw the movie, was Shallow. And of course I gotta talk about it here. Of course I gotta talk about my girl Gaga. Of course I gotta talk about Academy Award winner Gaga, because she's definitely winning an Oscar next year. She's definitely winning an Oscar next year. And if she doesn't, guess who's coming to California? I'm not coming to California. I really love Shallow. I couldn't believe that's Bradley Cooper singing on that track. Like, who fucking knew that nigga could sing? I didn't. Yeah, the whole soundtrack really for A Star Is Born is an honorable mention. The whole thing is just great. And I said this in my video that I like how they included some of the dialogue in the soundtrack. Another honorable mention would be Logic, Young Sinatra 4. I listened to that album and I like that album. I like the old school boom bap. I got a lot of shit from his fans for the video that I made because I simply said that he was copying other artists, which he was. And people said that no, it's not copying, it's paying homage. It's not when, number one, you don't reference them always, and number two, a lot of your fans think you came up with the shits. A lot of them, because they listen to you first. And it's fine, I really don't care. But I'm just here for the music. I don't want no beef, you know? I like Young Sinatra 4. I like Logic's voice. And the boy is talented, he can sing. Y'all making it seem like I'm saying he ain't shit. So because of the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, Queen got like a reinvigoration. and a lot of people started listening to Queen again, and I started seeing Queen everywhere this season. Queen this and Queen that. I was like, nobody knew of Queen. And even though I have their entire catalog, I already knew about them. But because it was everywhere and because I already love Queen, I was like, why not? I'll just listen to Queen. So I was listening to Queen a lot. It kind of made me, even though I didn't see Bohemian Rhapsody yet, it kind of made me obsessed with Rami Malek. Because I just think he's super charming and adorable, and he has a great voice. And that actually made me start watching Mr. Robot, which I'm going to talk about in another video for another day. Mr. Robot, right here. This is Mr. Robot. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, listen to a lot of Queen, love Queen, all the hits, you know. My favorite Queen song is probably, if not Bohemian Rhapsody, Somebody to Love. Fucking love that song. Shit. And my last discovery that I'm going to talk about would be someone named Armani White, which I discovered going through the YouTube wormhole again. Armani White, who's a rapper, I don't know where he's from or anything, but he has this one song called Wonderful, where the 1 is spelled like the number 1. And that song is so dope. At first when I heard it, I was like, this is a Chance the Rapper ripoff. I don't want to listen to it. It sounds just like Chance. Everybody's trying to sound like Jid sounds like Wayne mixed with Kendrick, and this guy sounds like Chance. Like, no, fuck all y'all. I remember when Troy Ave first came out, he sounded just like 50. And when Travis came out, he sounded just like Kanye. That's part of the reason I didn't like him. And I was like, I don't need any of y'all if y'all sound like somebody else. Like, that's why I didn't like Logic, because I was like, you sound like J. Cole and Kendrick. Like, but I like Armani White. So you see how I'm a hypocrite? It really depends on what you bring to the table. Like, if you want to imitate, but bring some of yourself as well. That's all I ask. And Armani White does that, I feel. He does sound a little bit, I don't know if it's him that sounds like Chance, but it's the sound of the song. It just sounds Chance-like. With the horns and the production, it just sounds Chance-like. But after you forget about all of that, you just listen to the track. It's very, very enjoyable, and I really, really like that song, and I feel like I discovered him though. So I'm gonna close this video out with the throwback that I listened to this season, which would be Japanese Denim by Daniel Caesar. I don't know why, but that's not even like a throwback to when we were younger. It's just a throwback to maybe like 2 years ago, I think. But fuck, that song is great, and oh my god, his voice, like, the writing, superb. The performance, superb. The instrumental, superb. It's just a feel-good R&B song, and I appreciate Daniel Caesar for just keeping R&B. And I love Japanese Denim. That was my throwback for this season, and that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know what you guys thought of all the movies. Did I say movies? This is how I know. This is how you know I want to talk about movies on the channel. Because I'm just thinking about movies. I'm not talking about any movies. Let me know what you think of all of the music that I recommended down below. And if you're going to listen to anything, please let me know what you think. Or if you already know about all of this and I'm late. Pretty sure I'm late. Let me know in the comments. And until next time, which will probably be my top videos, which will be top TV shows, top movies, top music, all of that for the year. So let me know what you guys think of this whole wrapping up of the year thing that I'm doing in the comments below, and I'll touch you guys soon. Deuces, Triple Down.